And we've tried to push it a few times, but it always goes down like that. Cool. Let me wait for the notification.
Yay.
Are we live?
Says it, yeah, the top left. Says alive 13 seconds.
We're live.
We're live.
People of the world.
Yet. So I don't know. Yeah, there's no one in here yet. So we'll give it a minute.
We can continue talking about teal hair. I mean,
well, I was gonna say, as people come in, when my hair was teal, I switched between green and teal.
Rob.
And,
Hi guys.
There's Rob.
Hey.
I switched to Tina's computer. My parents sent me a new computer for us, and it's apparently not good. But we'll figure that out. Well, I just wanted to jump in real quick and welcome the Badass Women of Punk Rock again. This is the second one. If you've noticed, it is Women's Month, obviously, and we're trying to highlight badass women all month. And Ruby is kind of been in charge of it in a way where Ruby's presenting all of these badass women all month. So you'll see when you get yours, and everybody on the screen is getting one. Ruby will be in the corner with you. So I'm going to get out of the way. Women of the world, unite, tear it up. Ruby and Mackenzie, have fun. Everybody talk, be strong. We love you, and I'll be here.
Rob.
Love you. See you guys.
Thanks, Rob.
Okay, I do want to say this real quick before we get going. When I had that color, I used the overtone, the teal and the green to keep it, and I was able to push it more green or more blue whenever I wanted, and it was super fun. So, I don't know if y'all are looking for that, but
I use the punky color one, and it's like intense. Like I have to wash my hair like when I wash it in my sink, because my sink is black and my shower is white, and the white shower just does not. It's a rental. I just don't want to ruin it. Like I'll go to my parents' house and wash my hair.
Everything is so hard.
I had to pay a lot of money one time for staining a hotel bathroom.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about that. We were on tour and I had to do it in the bathroom red, and it looked like I fucking killed somebody.
I've done that.
Yeah. I think we've all had that struggle. Sorry to everyone.
Yeah.
Every Comfort Inn and Suites in the nation. In any city that has bands that play at it.
I'm always expecting to get a towel charge on there, you know.
Yeah.
I always bring a black towel with me whenever I go to hotels. That way everything is safe.
Yeah,
I don't need anything.
That is a pro tip. Awesome. Well, hey everybody, welcome back to Punk Rock Saves Lives Wednesday PMA session. Thanks for always joining us. We have the second annual, I guess, installment of our Badass Women panel. Got Ruby Riott back to join us, and then you see some other familiar faces as well. So I just want to start out seeing how everybody is. Let's start with Ruby. How are things? How's WWE treating you?
Things are good. Right now I'm in Orlando. Not the biggest fan of Florida. I know that's not a super popular opinion, especially I'm a Midwest girl and I always have been. I've grown up Midwest. So like when I don't know what season it is, it messes with my brain. Like if I look outside and it's the same in winter that it is in summer, like I don't even know what month it is. It boggles my mind. But everything, we're on the road to Wrestlemania, which is awesome. Wrestlemania is this coming April. It's kind of our Super Bowl in the world of pro wrestling. So it's a big deal. We are hopefully going to be in Tampa, I believe. And we've been without fans for some time. We've had the screens and everything where we have fans that are able to kind of interact with us in a way and like FaceTiming and things like that. But I know that we are looking forward to the day where we can hear live fans again. And I know we're looking forward to that. So also new in my life, I got a kitty. Do you guys want to see her? Because I kind of want to show her too.
Yeah.
She's
That's like a really
I'll be right back.
Yes.
Are you even asking? That's like apologizing when you shouldn't. You don't have to. Don't apologize when you don't need to. Don't ask if somebody wants to see your cat. Just
or dog. Like you have a fuzzy animal? Show me.
Yeah. I'm not even fuzzy, scaly. I'm also down.
We ended it with this last time, but I wanted to start with her because she's new to the world.
Oh.
This is Bambi.
Bambi.
Say hi.
Oh
I
my God.
love her.
Oh my god.
Hi, sweet girl. She's
Oh.
so talkative. She never shuts up, but I love her. And the
Oh.
other day, somebody definitely asked me what I was up to. And I responded with just, shopping for kitten sweaters. And they're like, that is the best and weirdest answer I've ever heard in my life. This is Bambi. So that's what's going on with me.
That's where I've been with the new puppy now that she's like kind of evening out in size. I'm like, cool, now I can buy you sweaters.
Yes, it's the best.
I think my
Awesome.
cat would like try to murder me in my sleep if I put a sweater on him. He won't even wear a collar. He's 14, so at this point, like, we're past that.
Past the sweater age.
Past the sweater age.
Not happening.
He looks so cute in a cardigan, and I really want to.
In a cardigan.
Awesome. Oh, what's up, Longley? Thanks for stopping in. So I'm just gonna go clockwise. We got Shoop back. Everybody who knows PRSL knows April Shoopman. She's very near and dear to us.
What's up? Hey guys.
Awesome.
I'm happy to be here.
Good.
Oh, thanks, Dally. Yeah, kicking ass. April, where's my cat? Well, I didn't want to I wanted Ruby to have her own cat moment, but.
Aw, thank you for giving me that, but I want to see your cat too. This is a great way to start this, you guys. This is a great, because last time we ended with dogs.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Kill me.
What's up, dude? Aw. You just don't care about nothing. I wish she would not freak out. She does that too, but
she stays up there sometimes, but
not a fan.
Both my dogs are kind of camera shy. I call them cats, so they kind of count, but
You do that? You do that?
so
yeah, you said yours
is in
makes
Texas.
won't shut up. Mine definitely yells at me sometimes.
Yeah.
How's it been for you? Did you lose power or anything? Have you been
Oh,
okay? Are you doing okay?
Oh boy, it got super cold here, and we're not logistically ready for. I stayed in my apartment for a solid 9 days. I lost water, like running water at one point, because some of the other pipes in the apartments burst. But I didn't lose power ever. But I sure got like the guilt that I didn't lose it.
Oh no.
Because like there was a lot of people like in a bad way, and like, I'm like super COVID paranoid, so I can't be like, everybody come into my apartment, stay warm. But also the roads sucked, and like there's no driving out in that, no matter what you do. So it was a tough go. We had a tough go of it, but then it fucking just let up one day, and then it was like 60 degrees and beautiful. It was crazy. So right there.
We're back.
Yeah,
well,
dude,
good. I'm glad you're
wild, but I
safe
mean, we got through it. There's a lot to there's a lot to do on the back end of this that we can't forget about.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Ted.
Yep. Absolutely that. I know there are still a number of different organizations collecting money to feed the people who still are having a really bad time. I'm sure Dan on the back end can post some of those in the comments, but we're just glad our people are safe and alive.
Yeah,
and
there's a lot of the buy nothing groups all around town. We're like helping out their communities. Good. All through the buy nothing groups on Facebook. It was pretty outrageous.
That's awesome. It's amazing how people come together.
That's anarchy. That is the definition of anarchy. Helping people.
Yeah, that's it. It's all about community. Mm-hmm. And next we have, I'm so excited, so excited. We finally have managed to land the Stacey Dee of Bad Cop and the Sidewalk Project.
Hi, thanks for having me, you guys. I saw this posted, I think, the first time, and I was like, well, fuck, I want to do that. So when Rob asked me, I was like, yes. I have to show you something. One second, sorry. Come here. And she's gone. All right. This is my 19-year-old cat. His name is Jack. I'm 44 years old now, and he's been with me since I was 26. He's been with me for all the moves, all the life. This cat has stuck with me. And you talk about cats that yell at you. He was out in the hallway bellowing like this. Meow! Ow! Like, come get me now, bitch!
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. That's amazing. That cat is it's awesome to see just animals who've stuck through it with us for everything. You know, they get
No
us through everything.
shit. And things hadn't been easy, you know what I mean? Like we've been through some terrible shit together. Okay, stop. And now the dog's growling because the cat's too close. So
Awesome. How's it? We just got Laura Rose just popped in from Camp Pennsylvania, and we'll get
Hi,
to her
everybody.
as well. How have things been? We had Lynn Lee on last week, 2 weeks ago. I don't know time anymore. She, talked a lot about how you guys are staying in touch, which has been really, really awesome. But I've noticed that Sidewalk Project specifically, you guys have been doing a lot through all of COVID.
yeah, the universe asked a lot from us, and Soma is just such an incredible woman. She dove in with both feet. I mean, we were the first people to get the unhoused folks in Skid Row masks. We even got the Department of Mental Health masks. They didn't have anything to protect themselves. So we were like really out there in a big way. And it's really amazing how things have changed for us. I mean, I'm sitting on fucking city council meetings now and like talking about some real change and some real pushback for the people that are suffering so bad on the streets right now. And yeah, so it's been exciting and weird and crazy and sometimes sad and sometimes really scary and sometimes like today I'm exhausted. We were trying to get some funding from the city, and we just decided at the last minute that it's just we're not ready to take that on. And so it was the last couple of days though leading up to it were like it's intense.
Yeah, I know firsthand, especially how like sitting in like city council meetings and all of that is exciting and weird and super, super aggravating sometimes. And
yeah,
but it's where you get shit done, honestly.
It really is, and it's kind of exciting. Last night I was in a neighborhood council meeting for Hollywood talking about things that affect, their community, and I thought, gosh, this is actually pretty exciting. If we get in on that side, what can we really do? And Soma and I decided that's our 5-year plan, that in 5 years is when we're 50, we're going to start running for city office.
Yeah.
Because fuck it, you know what I mean? Everybody else has for whatever reason. We're learning the ropes, and we know we've got big mouths and we've big personalities, and we could push our way around. So maybe that's what's next.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. I think we definitely need some more like punk representation.
You know what I mean? Like, and a harm reductionist approach and like radical love and all that kind of stuff. Like, yeah, the world needs it big time.
Yeah, I've been watching a couple harm reduction bills just get torn apart this session, and it's heartbreaking how many people just aren't getting it, and that's something
people don't understand.
Yeah,
it's crazy. They don't understand. We give out weed too. You know what I mean? Like if people are on the street and you are don't have fentanyl or your heroin or whatever, and you've been on it for a really long time. Imagine if somebody gives you a little bit of weed, you're like, God damn it! Thank God I have a little bit of something to help. Yeah. So people have been so kind and donating. I'm just really beside myself in the way that people have been showing up, especially our punk rock community, man. Like people have really rallied, and it's rad to it's rad. It's just really rad.
Awesome. Well, we at Punk Rock Saves Lives would be absolutely honored to do a collab if there's ever something that we can team up on.
Would love. Maybe we, I don't know. Maybe when music comes back, we could do a festival type thing, like Sublime, absolutely. They have Bradley's house, which is like a recovery house, which it would be rad to like put all these different bands together to raise money for all of our things. You know what I mean? Like through the music that we do anyways. It's like, that's a big dream of mine since the beginning of this, it's like.
Yeah. Just get out, get it done, bring people together. That's what we're all here to do, right? Awesome.
That's it.
And all right, next up we have I didn't ask how to pronounce your last name. I'm sorry. Sounds like cooler than Carpenter, but Cynthia from Thousand Islands Records in Montreal, I believe.
Yes, exactly. Hi.
From Canada. Right.
I did ask Rob that everyone had to say my last name properly. And he said, no way, it's not going to happen. But yeah, I've been doing
I've
great.
known Rob for like 8 years, and he just started saying mine properly.
Yeah, here it's pretty snowy. We're good. We're staying home. We're staying safe. We're really busy with the label and our launches. But that's about what we've been doing. I work from home. So, well, I've been working from home since COVID. So, yeah. And my kids are here. My kids go to school, but they're here every night. Hey, Dan. But yeah, that's about it.
That's awesome.
Everyone knows I was very
That's
nervous.
awesome. So how long have you had Thousand Islands?
Sorry about that.
Aw. I'm honestly, I get a little nervous every single week. Honestly, I'm still up in that.
Actually this year is the 5th year of Thousand Island. Am I still here? Does it work?
Nice.
All right, yeah. So 5th year of Thousand Island this year.
Back.
Yeah, I've been involved for 4 years. I wasn't at the beginning, and then they needed some structure, so I hopped in, and yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. And I get to meet amazing people and build a great foundation of what we've been going on so far.
That's really, really awesome.
Mhm.
Thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna get through these introductions and we'll dive deep into it. We've got Carly Someplace of Someplace Images, who most of you have met before, and we're super honored to have back.
Hi. Let's see. I don't have my cat with me to show you guys. He's at my parents' house right now. I just got back from 3 weeks on the road for photo shoots. Here's my handsome boy.
That counts.
That counts, right? Like,
That counts.
and like Stacey, so he's 14. He's been with me since I was 19. I turned 32 this month, so like he's my long haul best friend. So so yeah, I just got back from a few weeks on the road doing photo shoots. For everybody who I haven't met before, I'm a boudoir photographer, and Tina is one of my brand ambassadors, which is how I got involved with Punk Rock Saves Lives. And so yeah, I get to pretty much like photograph naked ladies, and it's the best thing on the face of the planet.
I just want to say that your photo set of Tina was
Tina was like, every time I look at her photos, like all I can hear is Tina laughing, which is like probably the best thing that can happen when you look at photos is Tina laughing. So
yeah,
it was pretty awesome.
Like,
so, yeah.
Damn, Tina.
Brandy is commenting. Brandy just had a photo shoot with me. So yeah, it's been good. I'm like trying to get back into like, oh, like here's my real bed. And I get to go pick up my cat tomorrow. So he's been with my parents for like a month. So yeah, I'm just like back from those things and stoked to be on this panel with all these badasses. The teal hair party over here.
I know. I'm seriously, I miss it so much. I miss it so much.
I mean, I didn't realize it was the theme, but like we're doing okay here.
Me neither. Well, thank you so much for coming back. And we've got Laura back as well of Camp Punksylvania.
Hey everyone, thank you guys for having me back.
Absolutely. You guys just released your lineup for this year, maybe, hopefully, possibly.
Yeah, fingers crossed everything goes off. It's in the middle of September this year. We postponed, and we kind of took last year to reevaluate and say, okay, how are we going to approach this and make this go off safely? So we found a really great, huge venue to where we can all socially distance and spread out and enjoy each other's company still. We have about 20 bands on our lineup. Tickets go on sale on the 13th. We have another wave of lineup announcements coming when that happens. So there's all sorts of cool things going on. It's really exciting.
Yeah, huge things. And for those of you who don't know, Camp Punksylvania, you guys ended up kind of starting it. It's kind of random. It was kind of on a whim, right?
Yeah. It started because we wanted to hang out with our friends. It was almost, I don't want to say a joke, but it was one of those things that was just kind of mentioned, and overnight, like there was 100 people that were like, well, we want to come camp with you guys. So we're like, okay, well, here we go. And now a year later, we're a business.
Year later, it's an actual music festival.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I really, really, really hope I get to make it out this year. I hope we all get to make it out this year.
Yeah, fingers crossed. It's going to be a good time. I'm excited. I'm going to get my first round of the vaccine in a couple weeks here, so I'm getting ready.
Nice. It's been awesome to watch so many people having access to the vaccine and all of the other vaccines that are being approved right now. Hopefully we'll see it working even better here soon.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, let's jump in and get started. Oh my God, my brain just left me. So it's Badass Women's Month. So I feel like this is definitely the first Women's History Month that we've ever had a female vice president, which is something that's making me feel like really, really, really just kind of up in the air about. And I know that there's a lot going on that makes me feel a little bit less awesome, but it kind of just feels cool. Feels like we're being seen in a way that we haven't been before. It's kind of rad. Are there any special things that any of you ladies are doing to celebrate this month, or anything you're paying attention to, anything you're listening to, reading that's really, really kind of bringing it back home? Everyone's muted.
We did something, not recently, but we did something within the women's locker room. I don't know if we touched on it the last time that I was here, but we did a no makeup photo shoot within the women of WWE. And we did that a while ago, but we kind of are like shining a light on it again because it was one of our favorite projects that we've done. And B, just such an amazing message for the women to send out to younger women, that like when we are done up with hair and makeup, bells and whistles like that, we don't wake up like that. Like we're all just people, and to accept yourself for the true beauty that you are and everything, and to kind of face that head on, face all the internet negativity head on with no makeup, and really just feel like our most beautiful selves because we were the strongest that we've been up here. And we all talked about different struggles because each one of us in our locker room came from different backgrounds. I was an independent wrestler before I became a wrestler with WWE. We have people who came from a CrossFit background, a fitness model background, at track and field. And like they all faced different difficulties from being a woman and the expectations of being a woman with the spotlight on you. And we felt that it was very important to kind of show young women that like it's okay to feel insecure. Like don't be insecure about being insecure. It's okay I'm trying to figure out how to word it. Like it's okay to feel those feelings because everyone, people that you look up to, people that you see, they are all real people. We all wake up with crazy hair and crusties in our eyes and, dried drool on our chin. Like we all wake up that way and it's okay. And we all kind of talked about that and just to kind of humanize us in a way for the people who hadn't seen it before. So it was a very special project to us, and we were able to kind of shine a light a little bit more on it in honor of Women's Month. So that's what we did.
And you're very much like wrestling specifically. I mean, you're very much putting on a show and you're feeding off what's going on around you. So because I know last time we talked about it, it was kind of like just the very beginnings of you even performing again. So how do you feel not having that audience there to sort of feed off of that energy? Is it particularly draining for you, or are you finding it to be sort of freeing in a way?
It's been challenging for sure. When you're so used to something, and I think it's anybody in an entertainment aspect, your audience, your fans are people who you feed off of, and it's what you go out and do it for that interaction and for that connection with your audience or with your crowd or anything like that. And so to not have that in a live sense, it's been different and it's been difficult, I think, but I think it's been challenging in a different way for me as a performer, because now I have to kind of focus a little bit more on myself and hear and listening to myself. And my work and how I present myself. And it's a little bit more of a spotlight. I've almost shined on myself, if that makes any sense. I'm not sure if that makes sense, but and less on the crowd and the world around me. But I know that it is missed. We miss our fans so much, and we miss that interaction. We miss being able to really feel that energy within our stadiums and stuff. So we are looking forward to that time, but it has been, like I said, it's been a challenge. I've like watched back certain matches, and I'll be like, do I make that noise when I punch somebody? Like, do I make that noise when I get kicked in the gut? Like, I sound like that, really? So it's one of those things where it's sometimes I can hear myself a little too well, but it's been a different challenge for sure. I think the screens were an awesome thing that we did over at Tropicana Field. We have these amazing screens where we can see our fans in live time on like a FaceTime screen, but there's nothing like the real thing. So I am looking forward to the time when we can really hear those fans and be able to connect with them again.
That's really awesome. I actually just got a message. I completely lost track of time already. I understand Stacey has to go to band practice.
I'm
sorry. Say that one more time.
Yeah, well, that's a good woman's thing. It's a good thing. It's a good woman's thing to talk about. My band is getting together tonight. All of us, after the second surge of COVID in California, we had the most amazing Christmas Eve together. That was we played music at my house. We had a wonderful dinner. We laughed. We were calling people. It was just like way out. And so we went to a botanical garden just to see each other like a month and a half ago to be outside. But tonight we're actually going to get together and play some music. And I've been writing, which is fucking such a gift. You know what I mean? Like, anybody that's a musician here knows that it doesn't always come easy. So when it starts coming, it's just like, oh, thank you so much. You know, so I've been jamming with Myra alone, my drummer, getting her like writing these songs kind of with her, which is something we haven't been able to do since the beginning of our band, since before we got signed and had to go start touring. Because usually your first record, you have all the time in the world to make because you're a band and you've been building those songs forever. And then as soon as you get some momentum and you're out on the road, your second record, you've got 2 months to make, maybe. You know what I mean? That's like, and nobody's had time to write because you're just fucking going. So then, so this record, because of COVID, we have the opportunity to write together again, which is, I'm not letting it go. I keep pushing it on everybody. So Myra's been playing with me, and I sent the songs to Lynn and Jenny, and they're into it. So everybody's fucking getting together tonight, and I don't care what happens. I'm going to bring some wine. And even if we play old songs, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm just so excited to be in the same room with everybody, you know?
I'm just honored to like be aware that Bad Cop is finally getting to practice together again, and absolutely loved the ride, you know.
Did you?
Yes, of course. I mean,
I'm so glad.
I'm still rocking it out on my way to work. If you guys haven't checked out Bad Cop's newer album yet, the ride.
Hey, look, Myra.
She's like, hey, get over here and jam.
Everybody.
We're just so honored to have you. So
I'm so grateful to be here.
Should we expect maybe some new Bad Cop singles before bands are touring again? Or
gosh, I would love that. Well, here's the other thing is that I don't want to push anybody to the point where they don't want to do anything with me anymore. So at this point, we've worked so hard and we've gotten to a place where we can take a bit of a breath and not push each other so hard. So, you know, I would love it though. You know, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I hope we do. I really hope we do. I hope maybe like an EP or something that's next. And I want to play it live together. I want us to record it in a different way. I want to do it fucking where the vibe is there in the room and where everybody's just fucking on it and we know our songs again. It's because like when you record, you have to relearn your shit later because you like write all this stuff in the studio and then you got to relearn your record. So this, I want to go in and be like, we're playing that shit.
Yeah, there's
You know what I mean?
Stage practice, like for some songs to grow legs before you put them down. It does,
100%.
it does change it a lot.
I know. And then, and then the year is moving so fucking fast already. It's March, guys. You know what I mean? Like, so it's going to be summer before you know it.
It's been March this whole time.
I know, right? It has been March this whole time. When wasn't it March? Yeah.
When wasn't it March? Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here and staying as long as you need
I will
to.
do. I think I've got a couple more minutes. I could say maybe like 5 to 10 more minutes. So
awesome.
Can I just say the amount of respect that I have for, everybody in this chat right now, but just like the process of writing songs and like all like everything that you guys do as musicians is so unbelievably incredible to me. And I'm just in awe of like the way that you guys express yourselves and like the songs that like how much work it puts into it and how much you can feel like the passion behind it. It's a beautiful thing. And so I just wanted to put that out there, that it's just an amazing thing that I really, really, really respect you guys for sure. Cause I can't imagine ever trying to do something like that myself, but it's really awesome. And Stacey, I'm a big fan, so I'm trying not to like freak out, but like it's really cool. Yeah.
I was like, it's so cool, Stacey, you're gonna be on the same thing as her.
I was like trying to like be like low key, be like just be cool, but like it's very, very cool to me. But I just wanted to let you guys know that like I have crazy amounts of respect for anybody who's able to really put down music like that. It's just coming even from like from what I do, just like from what you guys do. I just can't even imagine all the work and all the stuff that you guys do.
And like,
I was gonna say that too. Yeah, right, April. It's like the routines that you put together is an art form, right? It's like the same kind of thing. It's like this goes here, this goes here, this goes here, this goes here. My mom asks me all the time, how did you do that? Yeah, see? Myra loves you. Yeah, it's just different ways of being able to put something together, like a dance routine or a fucking painting or a poem or a song. It's we were all gifted with different but very equal fucking cool shit.
Yeah. And I think that's what
both points. Like I can't do any of that. I joke a lot that I like just like push a button and direct people, but like
see, that's the thing though. Like even with like that's art. What you do is art. Like you bring out beauty and amazing things and like put together these scenes that like people aren't, like you have a vision for stuff like that. And like that's art, and that's like a form of expression just like the rest of us. Like it's like she said, everybody has a process, everybody has a routine. And I think even just as women, we come across a lot of obstacles, in our lines of work, but we're still trying to put forth just like the best stuff in like that we can as women and just express ourselves in like healthy and awesome and empowering ways.
Honestly,
100%.
Carly,
Wild women.
Yes. So I've been tripping on this since last we talked about it. It's coming from the photography world, like, and going to art school for all of that. Like, I'm still just tripping on the concept. I don't know if anybody remembers or was watching. She was at the beginning of the pandemic doing like FaceTime photo shoots. I think Laura Jane Grace actually posted she had some of those done with a different photographer, but that concept is like blowing my fucking mind because it removes so much control over your art. Like so much of it. And it's just, and watching what you were able to do and how creative it was, I was just like, that's insane.
It was a big learning lesson. It like definitely pushed me out of my comfort zone too, to like, I had to like learn how to direct with my voice. Usually I can like teach people like, okay, cool. Like you're going to put your hand here and you're going to do this. And like, you're going to look at me this way and you're going to bring your chin up. And like, I just had to go so far out of my element with like just vocally directing people as I'm like literally like sitting in people's coffee cups on a dresser with their camera pointed at them, or like maybe on a phone tripod, but like it was interesting. I did them again in November and printed them. I have like a tiny little a Polaroid printer. That prints actual Polaroids, so I shot everything. And like when you're shooting on a cell phone, you can't print anything larger than this. So I printed them, and I had a lot of clients like gift them to their partners for Christmas or for the holidays, and it was really cool to like be able to like do those things and like actually make prints from something purely digital was really kind of cool, like really cool. I mean, obviously I work with digital cameras in that capacity, but really cool.
Yeah.
I was going to say, like, when I go try to take a picture, I just don't have an eye for capturing whatever that is that makes it a great photo. You know what I mean? That you see things like Jenny in my band sees things in ways that I would never. You know, we open up a door and she'll go, "Oh my God, did you see all those faces?" And I'll be like looking at the ground. You know, and I'm like, "No, I didn't see that."
Right.
You know, so some people you just have that. So it's wicked cool. You guys, I have to go. It's fucking wicked cool that I got to be here with you. And I hope to do it again. And, you know, when the world opens up and Bad Cop comes to any of your guys' towns in April, I'll be playing with you. I know it. But, like, let's fucking hang out. Everybody come to a show, and we'll put you on the guest list. We got you. Anytime, anywhere.
Absolutely. Any Wednesday, if you've got nothing going on, just text us for the link.
Just hop on? All right. So what do I do? What do I do? The X button.
At the bottom of your screen, there should be a leave button next to the chat button. There you go. Oh.
She's so cool.
I know.
She's gone.
And now I'm like, why did I tell Stacey Dee how to leave? I could have just kept her job.
Fucked up.
You did this, Mackenzie. You did
digitally
this.
kidnapped Stacey Dee if I wanted to. Anyway, so I mean, those of you who have been here before know we just kind of go around and shoot the shit. So if anybody, I think we're okay, like voice wise now now that we're down to 6. So if you want to come off of mute and just chime in, feel free.
My chair's really squeaky, so that's why I'm usually on mute.
Oh my gosh, mine is so squeaky. Like, okay, so I'm starting to record or like get my life together to record for a podcast, and I was like, so I have to get a new chair before I like podcast because like, can you guys hear this? Like, it's an antique.
I'm sitting on a stack of pillows.
If anyone has ever watched like the Riot Squad podcast, I feel so bad for Terry when she has to edit because I'm always like, oh, you just see my finger because you hear my dogs going crazy all the time. I mean, they're being pretty good right now, but usually it's crazy. So it's always on mute, always.
I feel like this chair is just going to be like the death of me in that. So my mom was like, I got you a new office chair. I'm like, thanks, Mom. I really appreciate that because you're going to save my assistant, Dakota, 1,000,000 hours worth of like, not having to listen to antique squeaky chairs.
I don't know who saw that, but we've got Gabby Chaos tuning in the comments, and of course we adore her too. Check out her Band of Enemies Stinks if you haven't. Definitely check out the Basis Against Racist shirts.
Holding her shit down. She's got a lot going on over there, man. Gabby's got it all.
She's the chaos in chaos, I think. Like every time, ever since I started following her on Instagram, I was like, holy shit, girl.
Got her own business. She all cute and shit. Making a music video. Where does she get off being so cool? Gabby, I'm mad at you. I just put in my whiskey.
So, Cynthia, I don't think we've actually talked to anybody who's like running a record label in the year that we've been doing this. So how is your life changed? Like, are there different ways that, like, what does it mean to be putting out records like in a pandemic?
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of time. I do have a full-time job. Like I said earlier, I'm a mom of 3 kids, work from home. So like everything is done evenings, weekends. We do a lot of like video conferences with bands to make sure like we plan everything with different labels as well. It's a lot of organization. Our house, like half of the basement is full of records. We have the warehouse in our house, so we ship everything from here. But my husband and I like work really hard on it, so everything goes smoothly. We have a lot of releases. We're very busy right now. Hoping to get a little less busy for the rest of the year because the spring, like everyone has written new music and everyone wants to put it out at the same time. And we've pushed like releases because everyone wanted to come out like last fall, which was not the best time since no shows were planning or nothing was happening. We didn't know what was going to happen. So we pushed everyone to the spring, and now everyone is coming out at the same time. So it's a lot of organization, like pinning it down to a calendar. But yeah, everything is like, we have a lot of fun doing it. And like I've said it multiple times, we don't do it. We do it for the bands to be known, to be put out there and to be heard. Like our main goal is for our bands to eventually leave us, go to a bigger label, and to be like, to reach whatever they want to reach. They want to be famous. They want to be seen. They want to travel the world. They want to go on world tour. So that's what we're working towards right now. And yeah, we just signed our first band with the women. So we're really, really proud of it. Like earlier you said, we were proud of it, like for Women's Month. And yeah, Drones has a women leader, like she's a singer and she's very good.
Awesome.
So yeah.
That's awesome. Are there any records in particular that you're really, really excited about releasing, or anything we should keep our eye out for sure?
The new Dove there is amazing. It's like Steven has been working really hard on it, and it's true to their sound, and it's going to blow everyone's mind. Chaser, the new Chaser album is great. Very, very, very California skate punk. It's going to be great as well. Pre-sale this Friday. And yeah, that's what nice. The big focus is on right now. We have a lot of local bands putting out new releases as well. The Fly Downs, Go Great Guns, just release new stuff. Record Thieves is going to be shipped out this week. We're expecting a pallet of vinyl to arrive this week to be shipped out. So yeah, a lot of cool things going on right now.
Oh, that's awesome.
How do you choose how you're going to schedule for the year? Like what bands are you going to put out? How many records? Wild.
It really depends of the size of the release for sure. We do plan in advance of how much we're gonna be spending per year. Pre-sale helps. Like it's a new thing. It doesn't it wasn't there before. The pre-sale has been 2-3 years on. The pre-sales have been happening, so it helps a lot on planning and funding. But yeah, we do whenever we get our bands, either we get demos or we approach bands, we always need to plan. Like some bands we've had to say no, unfortunately. We can't release everyone. We wish we could, but we can't. If I win the lotto, maybe one day I'd be able to just release everyone. But yeah, we plan in advance of who's coming out. I'd say about 4 to 6 months in advance. We plan the releases because there's a lot of work to put in. Planning wise, promo wise, marketing, colors, artwork, and then videos.
Mainly been self-released, so it's you're a mini label working for yourself in that instance, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Can't imagine.
It's actually how we started. Mm-hmm. It's exactly how we started. One of our bands, Down Memory Lane, wanted to release their own album, so they created Thousand Islands Records. And then we, my husband and I, we own Punk Normal Activity, the blog, and the podcast. And we decided to hop on to help them. And then we kind of took the lead of the label. And they're still there. They're still working with us, but
operational.
Yeah, we're the operation now, and we're the heads, and we're the one who deals with everything, all the bands, and
things just need to get done, and they need somebody to get done.
Exactly. That's kind of what I do. I'm kind of the bitch. When something doesn't work or is late or
needs to get done. Bottom line, it might as well be us,
Yep. I'm the one who's, whenever there's an issue, well, I'll get on top of it and I'll figure it out and I'll push everyone. Yeah.
That's the best person to have, seriously. Even just coming from my perspective of just running my own business, I finally brought on an assistant, mostly part-ish time. And I joke to my friends that she's my assistant boss, because she'll be like, hi, you need to get these things done, because my brain's out here and I'm doing all this stuff and thinking about things 3 years from now. And Dakota's so now would be good.
To get paid.
Can you just send her my way a couple hours a week? I don't have a business, but use that as personally.
Those that personality type of people who are just these are the things that need to get accomplished. I need you more.
That is not me
Checklist.
at all.
Checklist.
Like,
Oh,
my
so
to-do list on the floor next to me, it has like 4 things written on it. I wrote one thing just to like cross it off so I could feel accomplished for the day.
I've totally done that. Like a thing you've already done. Like,
Yeah.
I should feel good about it. I'm gonna give myself this.
Dakota in the comments, hey, hi, email me.
Oh my god.
She's the best.
Oh, hi, hey.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Seb. So see, the Sebastian, well, Dewey, the one that just wrote, he's actually one of our partners.
Nice.
He's the one that I push the most.
Well, it sounds like he knows his place. Sounds like he knows what not to do.
And Ruby, I actually went to high school with one of your colleagues, I guess. I went to high school with Maryse Ouellette.
You went to high school with Maurice?
Yeah. We graduated this year. Yeah. See,
Nuh-uh,
that's crazy.
Cool.
All this world.
I actually have her new prom book and everything.
Wow, she's so nice.
I
She's
know.
so nice. She's wow, that's so cool. What a small world. I can't. Wow, that's
It's
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah, no, she's really
wild.
nice. Her and her husband, like their whole family, like they're wonderful, wonderful people. So that's awesome. Oh, how
Yeah.
cool.
Oh my god. That's amazing. That's insane.
Small world.
It's
Yeah,
crazy
that's
how like worlds like collide or like cross paths and stuff. Like even just in any kind of industry or like entertainment industry, like somebody knows somebody who knows somebody. Like it all connects eventually.
Well, see, I met Laura at a Barstool Preacher. And who was the headband? Who was the
Bouncing Souls.
Bouncing Souls? Yeah, we met there like
Show.
a year and a half ago, and then we just clicked. And they were actually talking to me about Pennsylvania. They were like in the planning process that day, and yeah, it was really cool.
Dang. Especially this side of the world definitely feels small.
Yes, very.
The 6 degrees of separation thing is so very, very real.
With the internet, I think it's more like 4 degrees of separation. Like, honestly,
I could agree with that for sure. It's interesting.
I've actually, if just fun for everybody, I guess, I've served Morgan Freeman, so that gives all of you like 2 degrees of separation from Morgan Freeman now.
Oh, neat.
Like random. That's a random name I pulled out of my ass, but that's true. And we're all
So wait,
connected.
you how do you met him or no? Or like you were
I
just
served him one time. He was a big fan of a restaurant that I used to work at. Like he flew to Albuquerque to eat at it for his like 70th birthday. Like no joke.
Oh, that's like
And
he was
Is
there.
his voice as cool as it is in the movies?
Yeah.
He was cool. All of the allegations of him like being kind of like overly flirtatious, I 100% believe. But he was
Oh
cool.
no.
He was nice. He was super flirty with, the young ladies serving him, but no like grabby, nothing overly problematic happened to us. But
Yeah.
still Morgan Freeman, still super cool. You know?
Morgan.
Yeah.
Get your,
Still want
get
him
your
to narrate.
stuff together.
Yeah, put your dick back in your pants, man.
Get it together, man.
Yeah, just
I
please.
mean, this is when you show off your shirt, Mackenzie.
There it is.
There it
is.
That's all we got to do.
Morgan, get it together.
Yeah.
Dude.
Even if you don't have one, don't be a dick.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
The first rule of my Facebook group is be fucking nice, both to everybody else and yourself. Those are like rules.
Yes. Also, for the ladies here and anybody watching, I have invited so many people who aren't even in the punk scene into your Facebook group because she has the Someplace Boudoir and Glamour Facebook group is just an amazing, amazing place for body positivity and mental health positivity, like all across the board. Just a super, super supportive group of people, huge group of people.
Huge group of people.
Yeah. Like
it's a little
massive.
overwhelming some days.
Seriously positive.
You're like, I didn't want to admin this big a group.
My group doubled in size essentially between the beginning of 2020 and the end of 2020. I think that says a lot in a lot of ways, like a lot of people just looking for positivity. that just in the female form, and my non-binary peeps who are in my group as well. But it is, I went from like 4,000-ish people to almost 8,000 in the span of a year. And that's a lot of people and a lot of humans interacting, and it's been crazy. And there are days that I just can't believe it, because I'm just being myself and talking about bodies, because I think that every single body deserves to be in the spotlight. So
Absolutely.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
I love that.
It's cool. It feels really crazy some days, and there's definitely like a lot of you guys are a lot bigger names than I am, but like being in a spotlight and having people stare at me, or like having people come up to me at the grocery store and be like, "Oh my God, are you Carly someplace?" And I'm like, "This is weird."
I still get that way. I don't understand it.
Yeah,
It's
you got it
weird.
going on.
It's weird.
It's so weird.
But I think what that shows, especially just based off of like what you said, is like how people are they're so hungry for positivity in their lives and on the internet, because it's there's so much that it's like saturated with this negative stuff everywhere you see. So like when you have something that's super positive and super empowering and uplifting, like it's crazy how, like, especially during this last year, how quick that can take off, because people gravitate towards that because they're like, oh, this is so refreshing. I'm not depressed after listening to this. I actually feel good about myself. And that's an awesome thing to be able to do for people. So that's really cool.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's really affirming. Richard, yes, all the things, all bodies.
Yes.
I love all bodies.
Yes.
I shoot men and women, and everybody in between, and I don't. I shoot a lot less men, because male boudoir, I actually just had a blog post go up about this, is a very different thing than female boudoir. And it's very much so come into this like doudoir thing, which is very comedy and like making fun of women and women's poses. And I am not a fan of the doudoir genre. So yes, Tina and Rob are eventually going to have a couples shoot with me, which is going to be so much fun. But yeah, like I think that every single body deserves to be celebrated. Whatever's unique to you deserves to be celebrated. Whatever's unique to like everything deserves to be celebrated, and you deserve to feel sexy and in yourself and feeling yourself and all of it. So that's where. And it really is that, like what you said, Ruby, like this year people really gravitated towards like needing that, especially on the internet, because everybody was working from home all day and staring at a screen and needing like that positivity in that sense. So it's been a little bit mind-blowing, but really cool.
So where are you, if you don't mind me asking, like just the general, like where are you out of? Where's home?
So I grew up in Lake Tahoe, California. I now live in Reno, Nevada, which is like a tiny little short jaunt. And my parents live in Carson City, or just outside of Carson City, which is a short jaunt here. So like, it's like, I live in the like triangle of Reno, Tahoe, Carson.
If I am ever in that area.
So here's the catch. I travel all over the place.
Okay. Well, if we're ever in the same area, can I do a shoot with you?
Yeah.
Because this sounds awesome. Everything that you're saying.
The answer is 100% yes.
I'm so ready. I've never done anything. Like I don't like, a lot of my coworkers do a lot of photo shoots and stuff. And like, they look incredible. They're really good at being in front of a camera. I am not one of those women. I have anytime I have to take pictures, I have two poses, and one is like this, and one is like I got, that's it. And they were like, "What else you got, Ruby?" I'm like, "What you saw is what you got. Like I got nothing left. So you got to move me like a Lego. Like I don't know what I'm doing." And
that's what I do. Is I coach people through everything down to like, hi, breathe, which is really important. And like, and I definitely, my sessions have, this was like a thing that I was thinking about the other day. Like I have such a format to it at this point of like going through poses that are like more relaxing to ones that are harder. Like we're talking, it's like a hardcore yoga session, very hardcore. You need to stretch before.
Awesome.
But it is
prepared.
Yeah, it's I have a format, and a lot of it is like the whole front end of a shoot is like getting you to relax so that you're not afraid of this like giant black camera that's in front of my face, and that it's just
Terrifying.
distracting.
My
Very
my
clearly,
face is
and
blushing.
family cameras are terrifying. I don't think they are. So. But the answer, Ruby, is like, yes, I would be so honored. It's not even funny.
Yes, that's awesome. That's awesome because that's what happens. My tag team partner is beautiful. Her name's Liv Morgan. She's gorgeous, like blonde hair, just like, and knows all her sides. So she just like walks around me, looks hot, and I just stand in one place. I'm like a prop for her to like lean on. and yep, that's it right there. Is this or
Literally,
this? Like that's all I got.
I would like you, literally, that's Magda, one of my brand ambassadors. My brand ambassadors are fully freaking out. I have like massive group chat. They're being like, oh my God, Ruby.
That would be so fun. I would love that. I would love that. That would be so fun.
Lines right now over
Here's
this
anything
collab.
like that. Been on the other side of that, like been the model in that circumstance.
Yeah, 100%. I've been in front of a camera a lot.
Yeah. Laura, have you guys done anything like that?
I model for a boudoir company out of my state. Yeah, this is my little guy's home.
I know. I wanted to say hi because he seemed like he wanted to say hi to everybody.
Hi? He's crazy.
Woo! Yeah, get it, dude.
Kiddos.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do. I model for a boudoir company out of my state, and I've been doing it for a couple of years now, and it's so empowering and invigorating. It's a great feeling.
So cool.
Those are amazing.
See, I always shrunk back into my
scares
shell.
me, but like it's
When I was
Right?
in
That's
front
what
of
I feel. I'm like terrified, but I'm also
So-
like interested.
Yeah.
So I
I
used
think
to
it's-
photograph models like fairly often, like seek them out, did that all the time, knew how to coach people, and then I would also model for other grad students in the program and do like weird fine art stuff, which I felt a little bit more comfortable with because it was absolutely like not about looking good or being sexualized or whatever. Like it was like I am an object and you're going to treat me like I'm an object, and that was fine. But then I've done like hair modeling and whatnot. Anytime it's something where I feel like I'm supposed to be attractive, I cannot do it. I'm so bad at it.
Girl.
I think it takes a lot of just like direction to make people feel comfortable. When people feel comfortable, then they feel the most confident. And that's like what I really like strive to do with my sessions. So I can see in the comments, Nick's had a session with me in Austin, which was so much fun. I literally, the whole time I'm telling you, it feels awkward, but it looks good. Like the things that I ask people to do, and like, I never will ask anybody to do something that I can't do myself. I've had a couple clients be like, yo, I can do this like handstand pose. And I'm like, you go, girl.
Sure,
No,
yeah.
not for me.
See,
Cannot
that's
do
the
it.
thing, and I'm aware of. It got to the point where I was aware of like different facial muscles and like how to tell people where to put them and like what to do them. But it's to the point where I don't know what to do with my face muscles when I'm in front of a camera. I'm like,
do as I
I
say,
forget
not as
how
I
it
can
feels
do.
specifically, and so I try to do something. I'm like now I look like have a dead eye or whatever. So bad.
It's but I can, so to speak to all of you, everybody is usually terrified when they walk through the door for the first time. Like that's just, it's a nerve-wracking thing to be like, okay, so I'm going to be vulnerable in front of this person and like essentially stripped down to pretty much nothing in front of somebody that I either like have barely know, have exchanged a few emails with, like maybe have had a little bit of conversation with, but like essentially they're like somebody I met on the internet. Like I tell all my clients, like y'all are badasses because they like walk in and they've never met me before. And I'm like, cool. So we're gonna do hair and then you're gonna get naked.
So wait, naked?
Not all the way naked.
You didn't say anything about naked.
There's a lot of, I mean, like even just like changing and like, let me throw it out there that like lingerie is like not easy to get into. I have to help people with a lot of things because like you've got snaps and you've got like little hook and eyes that like don't do anything. So like I'm there to be like, let me get this for you. Let me help you and be all up in your business at the same time. But like, let me help you.
I think be like, especially like being in the wrestling industry, like our gear, like a lot of the girls' gear, especially is similar to that with the harnesses and the clasps and stuff. My tag team partner is a perfect example. This girl has harnesses and clasps and buttons and stuff. And sometimes I'll pull these things out of her back. I'm like, what is like, and I'll try to put it on my head. But she's like, Ruby, that goes around your waist. And I'm like, what? What do you mean? What is this? Like, I don't understand how like mine is like, I have like a sports bra and pants with one leg missing.
This is footage I want from you and Liv. Like that would be a really
this is essentially our relationship. Is like, I don't understand what you're wearing. Like, what is this? She's like, Ruby. But you know, it's just like that. I look at these things and I don't understand how any of it works. So like, I see a lot of girls' gear, and like, I'm a very simplistic person and like a very just like, this is the way I've been. This is the way I have been, you know, for 10 years since I started doing this. So like, but I am interested in everything that you're saying and everything that you're doing. Cause like, I was saying with the no makeup photo shoot, that was something that was very much out of my element. And, Sophie Holland was our photographer, and she's just an incredible person. Like, she's just so kind and so she has that ability, like a lot of photographers. And I think I can sense that just from this conversation, that you have the ability to really like make people feel comfortable and make people feel like, regardless of the pose that they make or what they do, that they're not going to be judged. And that is and comfortable and confident is, I can imagine, incredibly important. And that was, like I said, something super out of my comfort zone. But after it was over, I felt amazing, because I was like finally able to, like, the biggest, like the best picture I had, I'm screaming Rancid at the top of my lungs because they played it in the background, and my mouth is wide open, and like I have no makeup on, and it was just like, it's one of my favorite pictures ever. And like afterwards, I felt amazingly empowered because I conquered something that I was very afraid of. So I'm very interested in this, in the same concept, obviously, you know, figuring it out and maneuvering around like what it is, because I'm very unfamiliar with it, but I'm very interested in it, and I'm excited. The more you talk about it, the more I'm very interested.
It's very fun. So it's very fun.
Awesome. Well, we're coming up on an hour, so because I feel like wrapping this up might take a minute, so let's get going. Obviously, those of you who have been here have done this before and aren't shocked by it, but what is something that you're listening to or reading right now that's making you get up and go, feel better for the day, make you feel empowered? And I'm just going to actually start, and we're going to go clockwise. So Shoop's up first.
Okay, so wait, am I on? Okay, I'm on. I unmuted myself. I didn't know that I did that. Okay, so I was just scrolling, you know, Facebook mindlessly, and I came across this post of my friends that was like, I bet you won't post your YouTube search history. And so someone in the comments posted their search history, and one of the things was the internet. And I'm like, the internet, that's funny. And she's like, no, it's a singer, and she's awesome, and she is. And oh my God, it's super fucking smooth, like R&B shit. Oh,
damn.
Oh, the internet, it's fucking smooth. Oh,
nice.
It's good. It's real good. That's all I got for you, though. I've been watching like my Tottenham Hotspur videos and podcasts and shit. I've been listening to soccer stuff.
Nice. That's tight. Cynthia, what's keeping you going?
Right now, it's actually listening to the new Belvedere album. It's keeping me going. Like we've had crazy weeks. We've been doing renovations in the house. It's been snowing outside. The kids don't want to go outside because it's too cold, and like it's just hectic. And it's just been keeping me like going all the time. And I've been listening to it like on random, like on repeat every day for the past 2 weeks or so. So yeah, that's what's been motivating me to keep going right now.
Awesome. For me, it's been I actually just finished a book that I feel like is poignant for Women's History Month called The Witches by Stacey Schiff, Pulitzer Prize winning author of Cleopatra, and it's like a deep dive into the Salem witch trials and kind of how that started from a psychological and political and sort of economic standpoint, and kind of how it went. And it's I never really thought about that being sort of a huge piece of history that was completely surrounded around women. Like, that's not really something that we have in America. And I hadn't really thought about it like that until reading this. And I really suggest picking it up, giving it a read. It's fun. It's witchy, which is cool. I'm sure we're all kind of into that. And so yeah, definitely check it out. It's a great read, and she did a really good job with it. And I've been listening to, because I was feeling pretty low, one of the things I really like to listen to get myself up is Kesha. I listen to a lot of Kesha, and I adore her so much. And just, I don't know, everything about her and her journey has just makes you feel powerful. So if you're feeling low, do what I do and drive down the freeway safely, maybe. Belting woman. It's so good. That and her song with Iggy Pop is great. If you guys don't know that Kesha has a track with Iggy Pop, check it out. It's called Dirty Love. And anything with Iggy Pop is obviously bomb. Laura, what's grinding your gears?
So it's been pedal to the metal for Camp Punksylvania planning. So I'm trying to like everything fast that I can, get me going and stuff like that. We actually have a really cool playlist. It's on Spotify, and we're working on getting on a couple other platforms right now. But all of the 20 bands that are on our lineup are in there. So I've just been ripping that for like the last couple weeks, just kind of getting ready, and it's got me super excited. I can't wait.
Nice.
We got the Queers, we've got After the Fall, Stone Wheelchairs. There's tons of good stuff on there. So it's like full spectrum.
Okay. I had to pop on Stolen Wheelchairs.
Oh my God, please. They have my whole entire heart. I'll shout them out from the rooftops every day of my life until I die.
I haven't listened.
Fantastic. They're going to take over this scene. Like, mark my words.
Yes. Yes.
Sick. Awesome. Ruby, what's got you going?
So I've had a little bit of like a tumultuous couple weeks, probably the last month or so. So I went through a little bit of a a breakup of sorts, or whatever you could call it. So I started off the month like with kind of like just like sadder songs, I think, and like I went through some Men Zingers and couple I love Pup, and a couple of those songs like get at my heart a little bit, and then like I got into like some Less Than Jake to kind of like She's Gonna Break Soon is like one of my favorite songs, and so like that was like my middle ground of like, all right, so we can sway either way here, and then I like transitioned into a lot more I went hard into some Joan Jett, into like I needed to feel like, pardon my French, like a bad bitch, so I went hard into some Joan Jett lately, and so that's been kind of like trying to get me to like kick out of that whole rough patch. And so yeah, we went up and down, but we got there. Joan helped me push through.
Dude, I went through a breakup in November, and then it's been ebbing and flowing since then. I just pulled myself out of another little hole, but
it's hard,
we've got
man.
the tools to do it. It's hard, but we've got the tools.
And like for anybody just dealing, even if it's not a breakup or if it's anything, like 2020 did end, and it was a tumultuous year, but like the beginning of the year, some people are still going through stuff, and like I think that's what's great about this platform and these amazing women that are here, is that like we all face different things, but it's important to take that time to listen to your favorite song, to read your favorite book, to take a bath, to work out, to do whatever it is that you do, to paint, to do something that you can just do for you. You know what I mean? Because it's so important to have that time for yourself. Focus on your mental health.
Everybody hits those potholes. It's understanding that it's just a little bump.
Yeah.
And I feel that now, since we don't have like our friends around us as much as we used to, it's even harder to get out of them. Like we have support.
Absolutely.
We show people they uplift you. Right now, we're all home and we're like alone, and that's the hardest part.
100%.
And it's also like a really, really hard lesson is that the universe isn't going to wait for you to like recover from some shit sometimes, and I feel like we're all still recovering, and we're all still going to have things happen and have those times where even if there's no like tangible reason why you're feeling low, sometimes it's just going to happen, and it's got to keep on trucking.
And I think just to Cynthia's point too, is just like, having to to face all these things kind of on your own. It is incredibly challenging. It is incredibly scary. But I think at the same time too, at the end of it, it doesn't always feel like that during, but like at the end of it, you can really find some power within yourself of like, dang, like I did this and I did this by myself. Like I faced this, I overcame this, I got past this, and I'm better for it. And even if it is like I started doing therapy on my phone. Like I have a Talkspace thing, and I don't always like seek out to it, but it's always available if I need it. I can always do it, like schedule, and like that's super important for me. Like, and it's not for everybody, but like that's super important for me to have that outlet, but also to know that she can give me the tools to do this on my own. And like, and it's super empowering to be like, dang, I did that. I did that myself. Like it feels really good at the end of it, but it's hard to see that during.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's one of the things I pulled out off of the last therapist I had, was just like bringing home the tools that you need to get to know that you can get through it on your own, but to know that there's, you know, resources that you can take, you know, but to know that you've got the tools to be able to do it yourself, and that you're strong enough to do so is important.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think we've all come out of the last year with some tools that we didn't have before, and I think that's something we're definitely grateful for.
It's been one giant stress test, and I think we're all coming out the better on the other side.
We got a shiny new glittery lady tool belt on all of us.
Yeah.
We
got all kinds of stuff on that.
Yeah. All the tools.
And I got snacks in mine.
Yes.
So Carly, what's getting you through? What are you listening to, reading? Anything interesting?
Ooh, so I've been reading, I really love like high fantasy. That's my like jam in the book world. So I've been reading Sarah J. Maas. She just put out one of her newest books, which is the 5th in a series. So I read that, and then I read and reread another book called Crescent City. I love her because her main characters are like just straight up badass females, and I love all of it. So that's like I finished Crescent City and was sobbing in Dallas Fort Worth airport, like sobbing at like to the point where like this woman came up to me and was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yes." I was like, I just like this book just like slayed me to my absolute core. I was crying on the plane, like I was sobbing, and I finished it, and I was like, okay, so I'm going to start it over again because I know I missed so much of something funny. So I read it twice. And it was amazing. It was so amazing. And like, I'm like, okay, I think I'm going to read the last 100 pages for like the 3rd time, because that's when like shit gets real. It's amazing. But like, so like every single one of her series is just like all badass women and like strong female characters. The newest one that just came out talks a lot about mental health and like a journey of like coming back from like having a massive change in your life and like being able to move forward. And how even like, we're talking like high fantasy, people have wings, all the stuff, but like training and like, so essentially like going to the gym and like just moving your body and doing these things, and like how that plays into like your mental well-being and so much other stuff. And it like obsessed with every single thing she's ever written. So read it. If you like high fantasy, read anything by Sarah J. Maas. They get real like adulty in some of them. Some of them are like actual adulty, like real adulty, where you're like, okay, so I need to put this down because I am blushing, and like, whoa, real good.
I pulled it up because I have like a new tab for everything that you guys suggest here, and it says like one of the first questions is like, is there romance in Crescent City?
Yes. Like, yes. So much. But then listening to, so like I have a TikTok, which is real fun. And TikTok, I think my favorite thing on TikTok is honestly like discovering like these just like rad young, honestly mostly female artists who are just like singing their fucking hearts out every single day on TikTok. And then in the process of watching them like get discovered and like go into like having singles. So if you haven't heard I'm Not Pretty by Jessia, I'm like playing that song on repeat because it's amazing. Shoop's like, okay, new tab. And then the other day, probably yesterday, because I can't keep my days straight anymore, I heard a Queen Bohemian Rhapsody Lizzo mashup, and I about died because it's the best thing I've ever.
Guys, I gotta bounce out really quick because my little guy's getting crazy. But I just want to say,
Oh, Laura, we love you. We love you so much.
See you, Laura.
I hope to play at your festival.
oh my God, that would be so rad. Hit me up.
I want to go to your
I do
festival.
wanna point out
Everybody
that
come.
we
Tickets go on
had
sale on the
another
13th.
conversation
Yes.
about the hair,
What'd you say?
and it's still the same. We had a conversation about how everybody had like the same hair color, and then you pop in after that conversation.
Here we
I
are.
used to have the hair color, so I like an honorary.
It was
member.
meant to be today.
Totally.
Thank you, ladies. I had a blast. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Hold on.
Queen and Lizzo.
Tell me what you just said again.
Queen,
You say
Bohemian Rhapsody, Lizzo. Do I need to find this on my
where?
TikTok and play it? Right now?
Where is this?
Hold, please. Let me go on mute for a second while I find this. Hold, please.
Please, I need to know.
I can't find it.
There.
Like, I'm looking, I can't.
I love Queen so much, and I also
Oh my
love
God.
Lizzo.
Dude, okay,
These
so I
things
know we're
together.
unraveled here, but there's a video of a guy that like busts downtown in LA or something. He does a Queen David Bowie Under Pressure, but with two Kermits.
What?
Each one
Amazing.
like one's Bowie, like a Kermit the Frog on each hand. One of them's Bowie, one of them's Freddie Mercury, and he does them both like singing at each
Okay.
other. Like there's
Stop.
a YouTube video, and it's fucking amazing.
Okay, so
Wow.
here's the thing. So my parrot loves music, and she's in love with Kermit. Like Kermit is my parrot's boyfriend. Like anytime she sees Kermit the Frog, she like gets really, really excited.
Oh,
So I'm gonna show her that, and I'm gonna post a
Dude,
reaction
I'll
video.
find it right
I
now. I'll
swear.
send you the link.
amazing.
Please do, because
This is
honestly, the
important.
Menzingers are also
This is
her
important.
favorite band.
I love them. I love
She's
them.
cool. I love
I
them
got to
too.
see
She's
them.
really
I got
cool.
to see them right before, I think January of last year. I got to see them right before, I believe,
Yeah.
in Chicago. But I had never seen them live before, and they're amazing.
Oh man, the first time I saw the Menzingers, I've told this story a bunch live, but they were opening for a local show in a living room here in Albuquerque, and half their set was Clash covers because they'd only had an EP. It was just fucking wild to see them then versus now, because it was a very kind of different sounding band back then, which was
I can
rad. I love
imagine.
everything they've ever done,
Yeah.
and it's just amazing to kind of see. I mean, like they didn't have their own gear, kind of shit. It's just
The
so
evolution from then to now. Love it.
Yeah.
I found this.
I'll find some photos from back in the day. I gotta like re-up MySpace, I think, but
Carly, you found it?
I found it. I'm gonna play it. Let's see if the audio is okay. All right.
unfortunately, I don't want us to get sued for putting some copyrighted stuff
True.
in here.
True.
But we'll post the link.
I will send
Yes.
the link,
Because
but
I
I
hate for
found
this
it.
video to be taken down forever.
No, don't want that. Don't want that. But it's so
Thank you
good.
so much.
It's so good. So that's what I've been listening to is Queen and Lizzo at the same time.
You better send that shit to me.
I didn't know it was possible. I'm so excited.
Can't wait. Awesome. Well, it has been an absolute honor to do this again with all of you wonderful fucking ladies. Badass Women 2021.
Rob
And
and
Tina
and
and I
Rob is
busted
back
in
to
for a
say
second.
bye. Carry us out, I guess.
Tina and I busted in to say how much we appreciate you guys and that you are out there making a difference in the world and making great music and inspiring people. And I know Carly's work. I can't wait to make her to make me look.
I'm so excited.
And
Are these going to be available to the general public, or is this just like a Rob and
Sure.
Tina thing?
Oh, I'm a sharer. Don't worry.
Because I need to see this. I feel like
you need to see Tina's whole spread. It was really amazing. Yeah.
Her whole
That sounds
spread.
dirty. That sounds so
Sorry.
dirty.
The way you
Not in
said
a bad
that.
way. Not in a bad way. But
Tina's whole
her
spread.
whole photo shoot. There we go.
There you go.
It's so cool. It's so cool to watch these people change the world. If you're out there watching,
Die.
we want to we want to keep honoring women all month, and Ruby and I are working on a bunch of it.
All year.
So
Sorry.
if
All year. Damn
yeah,
right.
Every day.
we can really keep it going all the time. But if you have someone that's doing something in your world, and it doesn't matter if it's something tiny or if it's something gigantic, please nominate them. Send me an email, Rob at Punk Rock Saves Lives. I almost said the old charity, Rob at punkrocksaveslives.org. And I'll make sure we get a nice graphic made and everything, and give me their stories so we can really highlight them. I don't know if I'll be able to tag them if I don't personally know them, but we will definitely highlight your people. Please send them in. Keep an eye out. If you saw the album, Punk Rock Saves Lives, the album, the first album, it's the first. We have now officially kind of decided there will be more than one. So April Sniper needs to get a new unreleased track for us. All right, there. All right.
Hey, we've been writing.
Yep.
I got you.
And Cynthia, I've already talked to a couple of your bands, and you know who my friends are. So we're going to talk to you all about more. And Leland and I both will be talking to you about all sorts of stuff. Ruby, we want to come to Florida and see you. So hopefully we can figure that out sometime.
Corgi party.
Well, we're still gonna do the Balloon Fiesta hangout whenever that happens.
Yes.
So hopefully there will
Yes,
be
you said Albuquerque before, and I was like, ooh, I forgot she lives there.
Yeah, so
I'm
Ruby's
so
gonna come
excited.
down to Turkey if the Balloon Fiesta happens, and then you guys are gonna come down. And
I'm
I
just-
have
okay,
Ruby,
so I gotta hit
Ruby. Hold on,
everybody.
Hold the
Yeah.
fucking phone. Hold the
Oh.
fucking phone.
It's got a
Oh,
corgi now.
that was
It's got a corgi.
crazy.
Mackenzie got a
Almost
corgi.
forgot Ruby's a corgi person. I got a. Oh my god.
Oh, stop
Bottleneck.
it. What are
So
you?
she's just a mini baby, and she's gonna stay tiny forever. But she has a butt. Look at the butt.
Look at the butt.
Okay,
Oh,
what is that? What, like, that is a corgi, but why what's the color? What's happening? My brain
I don't know.
can't function
She was
because of the
half
cuteness.
dead in Las Lunas by animal control, and I rescued her.
The cuteness is unbelievable with this animal right now. What are you?
She's celebrating Women's History Month by getting spayed this month.
Oh, little baby, what are you doing? Do I have to go get my corgi now? I have to at this point. Real quick, is that okay? Okay, 2 seconds.
I think we do.
Started with Pat.
She's not gonna be happy because she just.
Start with cats, ending with corgis. Oliver doesn't want to participate, but I know you need to poop. I know you need to poop so bad. Thank you. She's been growling.
There's the corgi.
Yeah. What are you doing? Yeah, he's a cow. He's a cow. He's the densest dog. He's the heaviest 35 pounds I've ever seen in my life. He's a dense dog. What's funny is my Sphinx is a Bambino, so her body looks like a corgi, but she has wrinkles like my Shar Pei. So she's like a combination of both of my dogs into
Oh my goodness.
she's like a Benjamin.
it's infinitely tougher than both of my dogs combined.
Both of my
Just
dogs
a
are
bunch
essentially
of pansies, huh?
Well, now everybody's loving the animals, so that's great.
It's great. It's great. I love how
started
many
and how we're
animals
ending.
are
It's
always how we start. It's how we end. Animals. Love it.
Well, Adam put up a Adam Bomb from the faction that we've had on before is putting out the album for us on IM Records. We had all the amazing bands.
I thought it was Pirates Press.
No, Pirates Press is printing them for us, but it's on IM.
I didn't know there was a difference.
As a matter of fact, it's IM 13. Oh, there you go.
Does that
13.
stand for something?
No, it had something to do with. He told me the story once before, but it goes all the way back. It goes all the way back to the early faction releases. They released everything on that to begin with. So, and I think April and I are in a band together called These Roving Years, and our 6 songs are almost done. I think April's got 2 more vocals to do.
I got 2 more. I should be able to get them in this weekend. Hopefully.
Okay. Hey,
There was a containment issue, and I had to leave. Somebody showed up to the session, and I was like, "Well, I have 2 songs left, but I have to go now."
Nope. Not going to get that. But Adam's gonna. Our EP will follow 6 songs of my bad voice. but it'll.
No self-deprecation. You will.
But
not.
it's.
Agreed.
No, I'm actually stoked about how it turned out, and Walter's hanging out in the background with his mom there. So
He was begging.
So check that out. We have a track on that on the album too, but our EP will be following soon after that. We're shooting for May, and hopefully there'll be a pre-sale right at the beginning of May. Adam with the Last Faction album, the pre-sale got really weird. He had like 1,000 albums to send in a day, so he doesn't want to do it that way. We're trying to figure out a way to do it properly. So keep an eye out. That's going to be awesome. It's a gigantic fundraiser for us. If everything goes right, it can really help us launch into the festivals that might be happening. We're very hopeful for Punk Rock Bowling and Riott Fest, and they have announced. And Laura got out before she said it, but they have invited us to be at Camp Punksylvania too. So
essentially, we're going to be at a different festival every weekend in September, guys.
Right,
So you can
right.
see us wherever.
I need a fucking vaccine, you guys.
I'll
We
be
need to open the border so I can fly out.
I'm already exhausted thinking about it.
I'll be driving the camper back and forth across America a lot for that.
Oh yeah.
I'll play.
But
Yes, I'm gonna be sleeping in my van.
and we'll figure out some really good crowd activations to do so that we can do some good at these festivals, as well as make a difference in the world. We will be doing our concerts at Hogs and Heifers. We've already started the talk. As normal, I have to wait on the Stern brothers to finish their booking, and then we can start ours. And maybe we could get Ruby to fly out for the weekend and host it. Yeah.
I gotta ask, but I would love to, but I have to ask.
From the bar, like
You could fly off. You could fly off the bar at Hogs and Heifers. It would be rad. I've done it.
Oh, yeah.
Will you body slam me
Hell
on the
yeah.
bar at Hogs?
I'm so on board for all of this.
Yes.
Everything that's being said.
Yes.
And Cynthia, thank you for y'all are really giving a breath of fresh air to a lot of amazing punk bands. Thanks for giving my brothers in Counterpunch a big push. I'm stoked. I've heard the full album. I probably shouldn't have said that, but y'all have a gem. It's insane. And all of the bands that the new Belvedere, and I sent Mackenzie a message and she didn't see it. The guys
I did see it. I just didn't. I didn't know if we were announcing it yet.
Yeah, 421 on here. April 21st. Belvedere's joining us for our PMA session.
nice.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great.
So it'd be really cool to talk
I
to them.
remember Belvedere had one song on a comp that I had like back in the day, and I was like,
That's exactly how I. Yeah.
rules. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And then
Exactly how
I
I
saw
got
that
into that.
they were coming back, and I was like, man, that brought me back. But also, I'm like, I'm glad those guys are still fucking doing it. Like, we get older, but we also stay the same age.
Exactly.
And United Defiance is coming out with you guys, and Chaser, bands that have been really great to the charity in our first year. So it's amazing that Thousand Island has all these amazing bands that we love, and we're so stoked that y'all are giving these bands an amazing run. United Defiance will be on the first Punk Rock Saves Lives album as well too.
I thought so. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think we're getting some as well, right?
I don't know. Adam is thinking of shipping them all. We're trying to figure out. He's not going to worry about how it works, I think, because the agreement we made with all of these amazing bands, guys. And if you don't know, we have Anti-Flag, Flogging Molly, The Descendant, all of these gigantic bands donated. Bouncing Souls. They all donated songs to us, but the agreement we made with them and this going forward as we go is we're going to stay with this. We can only print 1,000 of these, and it's vinyl only. So we don't want to flood the market, and we're going to be incredibly controlling of the vinyl so that
if
only
you don't get
one household can get one. That's it.
If you don't get one, or if you need two, you're gonna have to go back to the 90s and get a cassette recorder and bootleg it on your own. But please show us the album cover, the cassette covers that you make for it, because we'd love to see it.
Yeah. So I busted in on the women's to just throw a couple of those things out there. But guys, I really can't tell you how much we love you guys and appreciate you guys, and will forever promote anything you're involved with, because you are the real deal. And there's so many amazing women in this world that don't always get what they deserve, and our platform is to try to help that and fix that. And not fix, we can never fix it, but we can always support it. So I'm going to back out, let Mackenzie do her closing, and I love you guys. Much love. Have an amazing night. Tina's waving, and
Love
see you all soon.
Bye, y'all.
All right, cheers. I got to find where I got myself.
All right. Well, I guess I'm being left to do Rob's fabulous closing, but seriously, thanks again, ladies, for being here, and thanks to Laura and Stacey, who both had to dip out, but we absolutely adore you, and I look forward to next time. So every week it's one love up the
One love up the
punks. Sorry, Rob. I love you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Cheers, ladies. You're doing fantastic.
Yes.
Keep it up.
And they don't give